What's up guys, it's Floppy here. I know it's been ages since I last posted, and I'm gonna start making content again, so show me some love y'all. In this episode, we're gonna talk about Kyrie Irving. Yes, the man who hit the game-winning shot to win the ring in 2016, Uncle Drew, the best handles in the league, Kyrie Irving. To a lot of casual fans, he's top tier, right up there with James Harden, Steph Curry. He won Rookie of the Year and became an All-Star the next season. He went on a tear in the past two finals, averaging 29.4 points per game and 27.1 points per game respectively. So how can he be overrated? Now, let me be very clear. I'm not saying that he's a bad player. Obviously, he's a great player, a very, very good one. But I believe that overall, the NBA fan base thinks too highly of him. Here's why. Number one, he has never shown the ability to carry a team. When he was the lone star of the Cavaliers, the team records were 21-45, 24-58, and 33-49. Some of you might think, hey, it was just his first few years, and his teams were really bad. That's not fair. But think back to real top-tier stars back in the day. Players like KG, Young LeBron, Vince Carter, and T-Mac. These players could put teams on their backs to much better records and often to the playoffs, even early on in their careers. Some of them had rosters just as bad as Kyrie's Cavaliers. Even though basketball is a team sport and team success cannot be a true measure of an individual's ability, I believe that true superstars can carry weak teams to a certain extent, often at least to an 8th seed. Another thing that sticks out is Kyrie's ability to score against the Warriors, dramatically changing when LeBron was off the court. On the Cavaliers side, the past few finals is actually following a very similar trend. Whenever LeBron is on the floor, they're actually scoring more points overall than the other team. LeBron eventually has to rest a minute or two, and the Cavaliers manage to collapse and get completely outscored in that time. Kyrie Irving pretty much has the ball in his hands and is the man during that stretch. And you can see how he went from being an unstoppable force to suddenly struggling to put up any points whenever LeBron rested. Of course, the Warriors is an elite defensive team, but when we're talking about elite players, especially one that's only strength is scoring, it's hard to put Kyrie into that tier when the scoring is not consistently great. These types of players are not top-tier franchise players like many fans believe him to be. Having said that, overall, last year when you take into account all the different teams that the Cavaliers played, Kyrie Irving was second only to Steph Curry in points scored per isolation play. This does not take into account how well they pass out of their drives, but it does show that Kyrie is elite when scoring off of isolation. The second main reason I think he's overrated is because he doesn't bring much to the table apart from scoring. When we're talking about top-tier players, they always excel at more than one part of the game. James Harden can carry the entire offense, both scoring and creating open looks for his teammates. Anthony Davis dominates the paint both offensively and defensively, while bringing some degree of guard skills. Steph Curry immensely opens up the floor with his catch and shoot range, and he can shoot just as well off the dribble and finish at an elite rate at the rim, while still being a very good passer, so on and so forth. Kyrie is a very good scorer, a subpar distributor, and a below average defender overall. But even if you look into the stats, Chris Paul put up comparable scoring numbers on higher efficiency, while almost doubling Kyrie's assist numbers, even when comparing their first few seasons. Chris Paul is also a much better defender, even without the quickness and athleticism that he once had early on in his career. Once again, I'm not saying that Kyrie is a bad player. There's nothing further away from the truth. But what I'm saying is, he does not belong in the elite tier that many believes he's in, at least not yet. So how good is Kyrie? It's very hard to tell, partly because since his 4th season, Kyrie has been playing with LeBron James, His stats actually has not changed that much compared to the years he played without LeBron, but as a team, they've obviously been winning a lot more games and going to the finals every year, as opposed to missing the playoffs altogether. Statistically, Damian Lillard is the closest comparison. Their stats are mostly equal, from raw production to advanced stats like true shooting and PER. Kyrie Irving has a higher 3-point percentage, and on the other hand, Damian Lillard, despite averaging similar assist numbers, is more willing to move the ball around as opposed to dribbling the ball a bunch while his teammates watched. Having said that, would you put Damian Lillard on the same tier as Russell Westbrook and James Harden? Probably not. And if so, you shouldn't put Kyrie there either. Now lastly, how did it get this way? Why is Kyrie overrated by so many people? First of all, his style of play is just amazing to watch. Casual fans don't care about ball movement, they don't care about defensive rotations, and they don't care about creating high percentage shots. They want to watch players make tough shots. They want to see amazing individual ability, which Kyrie has so much of. The fancy dribbles, the beautiful finishes at the rim, that's what casual fans appreciate most. It looks great and it shows a lot of individual skill, but it doesn't necessarily factor into how much it helps win games. It does help, but just not as much as people like to think. And in the end, the best players contribute the most to help the team win as often as possible. Also, the whole Uncle Drew Pepsi ad campaign also made Kyrie more of a pop culture icon, making his great personality and fancy skills reach a lot more people. Lastly, he played with LeBron James, who pretty much brought them to the finals each year. Kyrie also deserves a ton of credit for putting up monster games on the biggest stage possible, cementing his status as a star. At the end of the day, his skills other than scoring and his lack of intangibles limit him to being a second or third tier star as of now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Where do you think Kyrie Irving will end up next season? Will he carry another team and catapult himself into an elite group of players? Let me know in the comment section below. This is Floppy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more, and see you guys next time.